Hey, what's up everybody? Jake here and welcome to the hobby. We got a super exciting video for you guys today because we are going to be cracking open a whole entire booster box of the latest Pokemon card set, Paldea Evolve. We are going to be giving away every single one of our chase hits from today's booster box opening. So if you'd like to win all of the cool Pokemon cards that we pull from today's booster box, all you gotta do is sign up using the link down in the description. The only requirement is that you have to be subscribed so that I know that these Pokemon cards are going to a real viewer. That's pretty much it. I hope we get some really cool cards in today's booster box opening. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Buyee for sponsoring this video. If you haven't heard, Buyee is the go-to source for picking up exclusive Pokemon cards that are only available in Japan. I've used Buyee for years to scoop up everything from Mario Pikachu Screen promos to the Japan Post promos. Buyee gives you a direct line to Japan's hottest collectibles, and they will ship it to you anywhere in the world. Using their service is incredibly easy. I just use Buyee to pick up a special deal from the Pokemon Center Japan, where for every 1,000 yen I spend, I get a copy of one of the Yu Nagaba Evolutions. It was such a good deal. Click the link in the description to sign up to Buyee today. You'll get an immediate 10% off your first purchase from Japan. Thank you again to Buyee for sponsoring today's video. Alright, very first booster pack of Paldea Evolved. I do like the pack art from this set, which features the starter Pokemon from the Scarlet and Violet region. Which starter did I personally pick? I had to go with my favorite, which was the Ghost Alligator. Super cool Pokemon. I just thought a lot of people also like the Grass Kitty or the Water Duck, but I had to go with the Ghost Alligator. Wow, that is a very strong start. Very first booster pack, and we got ourselves the secret rare Masquerada EX. Very cool looking card. This is what I'm talking about. The Scarlet and Violet set just has some really cool Pokemon cards, and the gold cards I think are actually underrated because look at the way the colors really pop on this card. It looks gorgeous. The hits inside of Scarlet and Violet and the Scarlet and Violet expansion have been really strong. People have been really enjoying just the pull rates from these sets, and I absolutely love it as well. We are going to be giving away this Masquerada EX, so if you want to get this card, sign up using the link down in the description and enter our giveaway. I would love to give away all of these Pokemon cards. Thank you to the Pokemon Company for sending me this booster box as an early review of Paldea Evolved. I'm really happy to get an early check on all of these cool Pokemon cards, and of course giving away all of these cards to viewers. We got ourselves the Tinkaton EX as our first full art card. 2 booster packs in, and we are so hitting this booster box out of the park. What a cool set. All right, let's see how many alternate art cards can we pull. They put a lot of really cool cards inside of this set, and I want to collect as many of them as we can. So my personal chase card for this set, I think might have to be the Dendra alternate art card. That's just a super cool card to me. I love Dendra as a teacher. She was one of my favorites when I was playing through the Scarlet and Violet game. So if I can collect a copy of her, that'd be great. We will be opening up a booster box for my own personal collection. All of these cards from today's pack opening are going to be given away. We're going to see how we want to do it. I might give away a couple of Pokemon cards to a couple of different winners, or we might give away all of these cards to a single winner to make it a really cool experience. If I do it that way, I can send you all of these cards, even the non-chase cards. It can be a little bit heavy, but if that's what the viewer wants, then I'm happy to go along with that. So how exactly does the winner get contacted? You pretty much sign up using an email account, and I will email you a week from the release of Paldea Evolve, letting you know that you won all of these cool cards, and you have 24 hours to claim it. If you do not claim it within 24 hours, I unfortunately have to pick a new winner just so that we can keep things moving. And so that's pretty much it. Some people have asked me if I think that the pull rates for Scarlet and Violet are a little bit too easy, and I honestly could not disagree more. I love the high pull rates for Scarlet and Violet. And remember that with the increased pull rates for Scarlet and Violet, they raise the MSRP for the Scarlet and Violet set. Now the MSRP for Scarlet and Violet is reaching right around $165 for a single booster box. So it's getting pretty up there in terms of price. Of course, not a ton of people are getting these booster. Oh my goodness, look at the print quality on this card. We got a little inking right there. So yeah, still a lot of different error. Look at this card. Look at this card. We got some more errors right there. Some print line errors on these cards. So yeah, this is what the Pokemon Company wanted. They wanted me to review this set. So this is what we're showing you guys, is the quality of these cards, the art on all of these different brand new Scarlet and Violet Paldea Evolve cards, and just giving you guys some insight onto what you can experience if you were to open up your whole entire booster box as well. So far the hits have been pretty strong. I'm pretty happy with the results. I'm hoping we can get some illustration rares. We're going to try and see how many illustration rares can we get inside of a whole entire booster box. We got ourselves a brand new Pokemon, the Squawkabilly EX. All right. Happy with that result. We're going to add it to the back. That EX design just looks very reminiscent of the early XY era EX Pokemon cards, where it's almost computer generated artwork that is jumping outside of the border. Very similar design, brings back a lot of nostalgia for me as someone who was collecting around I would say 2017 and 2016, when those cards were just everywhere. And how do I feel about having a holo inside of every single booster pack? I think it's completely fine. I think the Pokemon Company pretty much had to do that to stop people from weighing the booster packs. In the past, it was pretty easy to weigh booster packs, and they had to go around it by making different code cards that were lighter and heavier, so it made weighing booster packs really inconsistent. But with the brand new Scarlet and Violet set, they no longer have to do that, since every single booster pack has a holo rare. Every single booster pack is supposed to weigh the same. There's my boy or girl, Skeledirge EX. What a cool Pokemon. I really like the design of a lot of the brand new starter. I think they were a great hit. All the new starters were just really cool. There's always a fan favorite inside of every single brand new generation, but I would say this generation was just done really well. I know the Scarlet and Violet games were not perfect. I would say a lot of people found that it was a challenge to play through Scarlet and Violet just due to a lot of errors with the game, where the game would freeze and there were bugs with the game. But I had a decent time, since it was the open world Pokemon experience that I have always wanted ever since I was a kid. So Scarlet and Violet delivered that, especially with the trainers too. I wish that we had voice acting inside of the Scarlet and Violet game. There was one specific cutscene very near the end of the game where all the trainers that you met during the game would talk to each other, and it was all done in text while you were still playing the game. So it was a challenge for me to play the end of the Scarlet and Violet game, reading all the text while also running around battling Pokemon. It was just very challenging since there was no voice acting. And here's the thing, the Pokemon Company has a bunch of really good voice actors. They've been doing the animation, the Pokemon cartoons for years. So they have a lot of voice actors under their belt that they can bring into the game and add even more personality to these trainers. I don't know why they don't do it. It seems to be an easy hit for me. One thing I'm surprised by is we haven't gotten a single illustration rare yet. We've gotten some decent other hits, tons of holos. That's the joke, because of course there's a holo inside of every single booster pack. The alt art cards, I think, are supposed to be pretty consistent. We're probably going to get yourself 4 or 5 different illustration rares inside of your booster box. So if we haven't hit any yet, we will probably hit some soon. and I can't wait to see some. It's going to be really interesting to see what the arts for these brand new illustration rares are going to look like for these booster packs. All right, let's grab these booster packs, take them outside of the booster box so we can see how many packs we are working with. Still a really strong stack, and I'm not complaining about our pull rates. That Mouse Garada EX card is really carrying this booster box right now. It's not going to be a super expensive card. When this set is released, this card will probably be valued around $40 to $50, but that's going to quickly decline as more and more people open up booster packs of Paldea Evolve. I think it'll probably end up being right around $10, just because that's how much the secret rares gold cards from the Scarlet and Violet base set is currently going for. One thing I will say is these brand new booster packs do feel a little bit more premium. They don't feel the same as older booster packs. They feel kind of thick and heavy, even though they're very easy to rip open. So I feel like there's actually been some technology advancement in the pack wrappers. Isn't that crazy? There's our very first illustration rare, and it's a Tinka-Tink. I will happily give away this card. So yeah, this is what we're giving away so far. A decent spread. We got a full art EX card, a secret rare EX card, and our very first illustration rare. The art quality on these brand new illustration rares are so good. With the rise of alternate art cards, I can completely see why people are enjoying this set so much. We're going to see if we can get ourselves some special illustration rares. Those are going to be the true chase cards. We got ourselves a holo Gyarados. That's not going to be a very expensive card, but that is a super cool design. I love Gyarados. What a cool card. I would say get yourself this card. It's not a chase card for anyone, but super cool looking. Even the holo rares for Paldea Evolve are looking really gorgeous. All right, let's see. Can we get a special illustration rare? That's what I really want. We got a ton of them inside of this set, and I'd love to pull one of those. We got a reversal energy. What is this? That looks insane. And in the back, we got ourselves an Obama Snow. That's not what we're looking for. I want to give away some cooler chase cards. What are some of my favorite cards from this set? Definitely the starter EX illustration rares. Those look super cool, and there's a ton of full art illustration rares as well that just look great. I love that they really add to the personalities of the trainers. There's a bunch of different designs depending on which trainer we're talking about, and some of the arts are just really somber, others are really goofy. It's going to be fun to collect them all. I definitely think I want to have all of the different illustration rares. They aren't that challenging to pull since you get around one special illustration rare per booster box. That was the pull rate from the Scarlet and Violet base set. So I am thinking that Paldea Evolve is going to have a very similar pull rate. Don't always expect the pull rates to be the same for every single set. Some sets, like Fusion Strike, just happens to have a significantly more challenging pull rates compared to the sets around it. Why did this happen? Who really knows? We have our guesses, but these are just alleged guesses and there were no proof. Grusha, that's one of the special illustration rares that I really want. And we have Mimikyu inside of this set. That's a super cool looking Mimikyu. We're going to add this right next to the Gyarados card, and we're going to keep on going. We are about halfway through our booster box so far, and the pull rates are decent. I wouldn't say that this is the most mind-blowing pull rates that I've seen, so we're going to hopefully try to get some better cards than this. I remember my Scarlet and Violet booster box opening from the Pokemon Company was decent, but it was not as good as some others, so I definitely want to see some cooler stuff. We got ourselves the Dedenne EX Terastallized card. Very interesting. It's completely texturized, and it's a pretty cool design. That's a pretty cool design. Alright, we'll add that to the background. Our first Terastallized Pokemon from Paldea Evolve. they're adding some pretty cool cards into here, and there seems to be Pokemon from all generations. Definitely some Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet are the most popular ones, or the most defined one from this set. But there's definitely some Pokemon from pretty much all the different generations in here. We got ourselves a Glimmora, holo rare. Glimmora is a cool one. Let's see if we can pull one of the legendaries. I would love to see one of these ancient legendary Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet inside of our pack opening. I wonder if those are going to become the most valuable cards inside of Paldea Evolved. I think the top chase card from this set is easily going to be the Iono Special Illustration Rare. I don't think any other card can really compete with it, but in terms of second, third, and fourth place inside of Paldea Evolved, there's so many different cards that can take those spots. So this is a decent set. I would say it's very similar to the Rebel Clash of this era, where Rebel Clash came out for Sword and Shield, and it was really introducing the starter Pokemon for the Sword and Shield era. And Paldea Evolved is doing something very similar for the Scarlet and Violet era. We haven't really pulled that many of the starters. We have the Skeledirge and we have the Mouscarada, but I really want to see some more illustration rares. I would say only seeing a single illustration rare is making me a little bit worried that the Pokemon Company reduced the pull rates for illustration rares down, since the pull rates for illustration rares were pretty generous for the Scarlet and Violet base set. Ooh, it looks like we got ourselves another one. We got ourselves the Nacli. That is a pretty cool one. So we're going to add that to the background and we're going to keep on going. 10 booster packs left and our background is looking pretty solid. I would say this background would be impressive if it was from the early Sword and Shield era. If you saw this background and you told me that you just opened up a Darkness Ablaze booster box and you got yourself around 8 hits, 2 ultra rare cards, and like 1 secret rare cards, then I would say that's a pretty reasonable booster box. But no, we're talking about Scarlet and Violet here. We should be seeing some pretty cool cards, and we got ourselves a Noivern EX. I didn't even know that Noivern was inside of this set. It's got a pretty interesting holo pattern inside of it. Definitely has a pretty interesting star patterns for the holo. I don't think fakes are going to be able to replicate that. So that can be an interesting way to tell if one of the fakes from the Scarlet and Violet era is fake or not, is the holo pattern. Usually the fakes make terrible holo patterns that are just missing some of the uniqueness that the Pokemon Company is able to integrate into their print runs. So we're going to keep on going. Still only 2 illustration rares, still seems a little bit low to me. So hopefully we get some really strong pulls with these last couple of booster packs. And we got ourselves a Wo-Chien EX, the Calamity that is the Toxic Snail. That's pretty cool. All right, that's our first legendary from our booster box opening. We still got to right around 8 or 9 booster packs to go. This booster box seems pretty average so far, so I definitely want to see an above average booster box. The Pokemon Company was supposed to send me a broken booster box full of chase hits. That's what I was promised, so I'm hoping that definitely happens, because the more pulls that we get, the more cards I get to give away. I'm hoping to give away all these Pokemon cards today, so if we can get some better chase cards, that'd be even... Oh my goodness, that is the most adorable Pikachu I've seen in so long. That's a great art. Tell me that is not the best looking Pikachu card you've seen in so long. That is such a cool card. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. I am keeping this one. That is such a cool card. Wow, 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 wow. I want 100 copies of that Pikachu that I can give away to some kids at my local elementary school. I think they would absolutely love that. That is such a cool card. that's something you can do with your bulk. Is if you have a ton of bulk Pokemon cards, you can definitely give them away to your local card shop, your local library, your local school district. They usually have some kind of program that you can give toys or trading cards to kids in an easy manner, because for a lot of these bulk cards, the students are going to love playing with them, and that's what Pokemon cards are meant to be. They are meant to be played with, and I'm completely fine with kids playing with Pokemon cards. I don't think that's an issue. I think they should be played with. Might as well have some enjoyment out of them rather than having all these Pokemon cards sitting inside of a box collecting dust, right? So I definitely try to give away as much of my bulk cards as I can. And so far, we only have 4 booster packs left. And I will have to say, I am not impressed by the pull rates for Paldea Evolve so far. We've only pulled 2 illustration rares and not a single special illustration rares yet. So we got 4 booster packs left. Let's see if we can get something really good in the last 4 booster packs, since we can get some last pack magic. If not, this might have me questioning the pull rates for Paldea Evolve, because it looks like it might be a little bit worse than base set Scarlet and Violet. They may have tweaked down the pull rates for the illustration rare, which has me a little bit concerned that some of the cards from this set might actually be a lot more expensive than the cards from base set Scarlet and Violet, since they are going to be more challenging to pull pretty much. If the cards are rare, we can see some of the chase cards for this set being incredibly expensive. That's a really cool looking Vigoroth as well. Check out that art. That's such a cool Pokemon card art. Some of these commons and uncommon cards look really gorgeous as well. And we got our first full art trainer card from this set, and it is Giacomo, one of the villains from the Scarlet and Violet series. 2 booster packs left. The new 4 trainer cards definitely have an interesting design to them. They are a lot more detailed than in prior generations. If you compare the 4 trainer cards from X and Y to the 4 trainer cards in Scarlet and Violet, there is no contest. The 4 trainer cards from Scarlet and Violet have just a higher level of fidelity and quality and detail to them that the older 4 trainer cards just do not compare to. Final booster pack. We've pulled 2 illustration rare, 1 full art EX card, a secret rare Masqueradia EX, and 1 full art trainer card. Pretty decent background, but I was really hoping for right around 4 to 5 illustration rares. So only seeing 2 illustration rares is very worrying, because the illustration rares, the alt art cards, are going to be the most popular cards from this set, just because they are so cool. So having a reduced pull rates on those are definitely going to be a little bit... Hey, another Pikachu! I'm always happy to see that. Final booster pack. Did we not pull a special illustration rare? No, we got ourselves a second full art Pokemon card. We got ourselves the Chi-Yu EX, the gold fish. Very cool looking. Alright everybody, what are my final thoughts from my very first impression of Paldea Evolve? The cards, super cool, great looking quality cards, and our pull rates, pretty solid. I would say this is an average booster box. You got a lot of cool hits here. However, we did not get as many illustration rares as I was really hoping for. So, did we get a bad pull rate for the illustration rares for this booster box? Or did the Pokemon Company actually nerf the pull rates for the illustration rares to raise the demand for some of these more popular Pokemon a little bit more? I'm not really sure. We're going to have to wait and see after the official release of Paldea Evolved. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be giving away all of these chase cards from today's booster box opening, so definitely enter the giveaway with the link down in the description, and I will see you guys next time.